Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video we are gonna learn about Tesseract and its usage. I'm gonna show how to use it in the command line, in the terminal, and also I'm gonna show how to use it in the C++ with the help of Opencv. How to use it I'm gonna show. Okay, what is Tesseract? It's an engine to help us recognize text inside the images, and also in other words we can call it optical character recognition. And what does it mean? Let's talk about it in an image. For example, you have an image this kind of, and you want the machine to tell you what's written inside this image. We call this content optical character recognition. Okay, Tesseract is developed 2005 as an open source, and after 1 year it's developed, Google is sponsored to Tesseract, and from that time to now it continues like that, and it's been developing for years. Okay, there are couple of version of Tesseract, and this is the major version, the 5, and 3 under 4 is not based on AI, so it's not also is deprecated and it's not suggested to use under 4 version. So check your versions. If it's under 4, please update to the newer version. It will be better in your case. Okay, and what else I want to talk? Okay, let's open a terminal, and if you did not yet install the Tesseract, please check my older video and install that according to that video. If you already installed, you will directly get this Tesseract in the terminal, and you can check the version in this way. My version is 4 also, not the newer version. Maybe I need to update later also, since I installed this in the older times. Is 4 for now. Okay, let's ignore for now. We continue with the 4 version, but the functionalities will be same even you installed the newer version. Okay, and what else I need to talk? Tesseract has different kind of languages to recognize. For example, maybe before passing that part, let's focus to the 2 part which I want to focus. Also, you can more detailedly check this documentation. This is the official documentation web page, but I want to focus 2 part. Where are they? Okay, tips to improve recognition and command line usage. This is the most important part, because if your input images are garbage, you cannot expect a good result. So garbage in, garbage out works again. So please, first of all, clear your input images, make it a good input, then give to this engine. If your input is not good, you will not be able to get a good result. For example, in here there are some explanation. Please check this web page very clearly, and how to make a good input. There are many tips in this web page. First of all, I want to show this, but I will not totally focus on this page for this video. Okay, also command line usage we are continue, which we already started. And with command line there are some couple of functionalities you can see with the help. Also you can see with help extra more detailed. There are some kind of functionalities you can use in the command line. I will show some of them in this video, and let's start with first of all. For example, if you defaultly install Tesseract, which language is available inside this? We are list language. In here is written list available languages for Tesseract engine, and if we list that, in here there is only English. You can see this is not a language, it's just oriented segment detection, which is an oriented inputs for the oriented input images. So this is not a language, just this English is defaultly installed with the Tesseract. For if you want to give different language inputs, you can check the GitHub. In here some languages are available, or you can get in different web pages installing, and you can use in your case. Okay, And let's try directly the images, what images we can give, and let's see the result. First of all, let's go to that directory, and let's try, for example, this image. Let's try this image and calling Tesseract engine and Euro text the name of that. And there are two options actually. You can give an output. If you don't give an output, just put this and you will see the result in the terminal here, and you can compare. It's very good to recognize even the language is not English. The some part, I mean, even not English, is make similarization to the English alphabet. For example, these letters you can compare. Also, you have option, you can put output and it will write to the output txt, which is the output. And here also there is option language. Since we have only one language, we can write English. Also defaultly also English, so you can, if you have different languages, you can define in that way. And one more thing I need to talk, the most important part maybe, is this one. If your inputs you already know, for example, we call it PSM. PSM is page segment mode. So in here there are two options I want to talk. If you give this input S3, it will understand your input is one line, one block. For example, this one. What I mean, if for example this is two block, 1 and 2, if you give the output as only one, for example here, if I give the other input to call, better it's written to the terminal, not to the txt. Yeah, if you give 3, it will understand this is this can be blocked in 2 blocks, for example 1 and 2. But also there is other option. If you give 6, you are forcing the engine Tesseract, you are forcing engine to apply my input is only one line, I mean one block, like this. There is no 2 blocks. What happens if you give this? It will happen like this. In this image, it will goes until here and it will not ignore this gap and it will pass to the next line. In here you can compare. This present includes, after includes, directly passing to the historical. But if you give 3, it will automatically detect, and if you are giving also 3, this can be in 2 segment, 2 blocks, then it will recognize this gap. Okay, this is gap, and this specify that there can be 2 blocks, and it will work accordingly. This part also important. Okay, basically in the terminal I showed how it works. Let's pass on to the code part. Code part, actually we are just going to the GitHub page, which we reach from here, and also in here there are some examples. We are clicking the Opencv example, and I'm just copying the code and just pasting here. Okay, just I need to change here since I will give my input myself. And okay, here let's give the input, and I wanna try these inputs in my code. Let's try. Let's start with the Eurotext again. Okay, not yet recognized. Maybe I need to clean my code. And I already give input. Let's see the output. Okay, you can see in the console also is totally same with the terminal output we see before, and it's like that. But there are some cases I need to talk which are important. These 2 lines, the most important part. And for example, before we see the about blocks, if you give auto, it will be 3 in the terminal we see, but you can also choose in here for example, single column. It says assume a single column of text of variable sizes. Or not this one, sorry, this is single block. Assume a single uniform block of text. If you choose this and if you give the other output, this one, you will see a mixed output, you can see. But if you make it auto, PSM auto, it will give in the order of 2 blocks. Okay, like this. And here also the other important part, you are specifying, by the way, language here if you have different languages. And if you go to this part, and here you can see this is deprecated. This is deprecated because this is the older version which we talked in before. It's the in the three versions. This is the morphologic, that's why it's fastest, but it's deprecated and not accurate like this one. And this is also deprecated, and I suggest also, they are suggesting, this is the latest major version, so it's better to use this one. And also there are other part in here, row line, single block. Also you can see the explanation in here. For example, assume a single column of text of variable sizes. It says, for example, if you have text in different sizes, it's better to use this one, let's say. In here there is explanation. Also in the documentation you can see more detailed explanations. Okay, let's try other inputs and let's continue with this one. What is the other outputs? We already tried this and tried this. Let's try the handwritten. For example, this one, a.jpg. Okay, it's wrong, but it's good even. For example, this one, Joseph should be, but it's written Josep. Even it's not totally correct, but it can be acceptable as a good. This can be maybe in F, because very similar to F. And there is no E, maybe it's bad, but I think it's good. Let's try this one, or start with C. It's also JPEG. And let's see the output. Today is a good day and it's correct, just there is no gap here, but it's not able to separate is and a. My team is the best team, almost correct. This is wrong, just turn is converted, but it's actually team. And 90% correct, I think. And this one, let's try b.png. Okay, let's see the result. We start with good. Actually this seems very clearly E, it's not totally R. Okay, we start with good, not able to read totally V also, because all business should be doing something good. I can say also 95% maybe is correct. Okay. In this video, basically I showed how to use what is Tesseract and how to use in command line, how to use it in terminal, also how to use it with the help of Opencv. I just copied the code, but I showed you. And if you are in the general way, if you want to use, just use this enumerator, and for others, for the specific cases, you can use the other ones. And you can add languages by installing, by downloading the different data for different languages. You can be able to use also. And okay, for this video I think I'm done. If this video helps you, please like. Okay, and if anything you want to ask, just comment. I will try to reply. Okay, see you in the next videos.